Now that we have practiced on your thumb, let's try the same thing on your mouthpiece and barrel. For this video, you will need your mouthpiece and barrel, a good reed that has been soaked properly, your ligature, and a mirror. If you do not have any of these items, press pause and get them now. Now take your moist reed and place it on the mouthpiece as you learned earlier. The reed should be centered left to right and should be straight up and down. Press pause and get your reed set correctly before starting this video. Now watch as Kelsey sets her mouthpiece correctly. Notice that her head is up slightly above parallel to the ground. Head placement is very important in setting the clarinet correctly. Also, she always brings the mouthpiece to her mouth. Do not lean toward the instrument or move your head down to meet the instrument. Always sit with correct posture when playing your instrument. It is also important to set the mouthpiece and barrel at the correct downward angle. Generally speaking, with proper posture, the mouthpiece and barrel should aim between your knees. It is also important to take in the correct amount of mouthpiece. Taking in too much or too little mouthpiece can cause poor tone quality. One way to determine the correct amount of mouthpiece to take in is to turn the mouthpiece sideways and find where the reed and mouthpiece meet. Your mouth should wrap around the mouthpiece at this point. Generally speaking, this means your bottom lip will touch the reed a little less than half an inch from the tip of the reed. Now let's try this together. Again, to ensure accuracy and consistency, have a mirror ready to use so you can check your embouchure. To set the mouthpiece in your mouth correctly, hold the mouthpiece and barrel in your left hand. Now place the top of the mouthpiece against your center two top teeth. Then have a little bit of your bottom lip cover your bottom teeth. Next, make sure you move your corners forward, wrapping your mouth around the mouthpiece like a drawstring on a tote bag. Just like when we practiced your embouchure before, make sure you can see the fleshy or pink part of your bottom lip on either side of your mouthpiece. Additionally, make sure you have a firm, flat chin and that there are no air pockets between the teeth and the inside of your mouth. Now, check to make sure you have the mouthpiece at the proper angle. Not too far out and not too far down. The barrel should be aimed downward between your knees. Now press pause and practice setting your mouthpiece and barrel several times on your own, remembering these important steps. Now let's practice blowing air through the mouthpiece. Watch as Kelsey demonstrates this. Notice that she takes a full breath through the corners of her mouth and blows all of the air back into her mouthpiece. Her corners are set firmly and her chin is flat. At this point, we're not trying to get a sound, we're just trying to move all of the air through the mouthpiece and barrel. Her embouchure is firm but still open enough to allow for good airflow. Now let's try this together. Set your mouthpiece and barrel using your mirror and the guidelines we just set. Now, keeping your top teeth and bottom lip set, take a breath in through the corners of your mouth, like Kelsey, and reset your embouchure as you gently blow air through the mouthpiece. I will count you off. 1, 2, ready, breathe. Bring your mouthpiece down. This should be just like we practiced on the thumb, but now the air will move between the reed and the mouthpiece. Try this again with Kelsey. Get your mouthpiece set. 1, 2, ready, breathe. Bring your mouthpiece down. Now practice setting your mouthpiece and embouchure correctly several times. Each time you practice, focus on these essential elements of clarinet playing. Use a mirror to check your embouchure. Sit with proper posture. Keep your head slightly elevated. Set the clarinet with the correct angle. Wrap your mouth around the mouthpiece. Keep your corners set and firm. Keep your chin firm and flat. Make sure you can see the fleshy or pink part of your bottom lip on either side of your mouthpiece. Always take a full breath through your corners. Do not puff your cheeks. Move all of the air through the mouthpiece. Setting your mouthpiece correctly with the correct embouchure is a great step toward making a good sound on the clarinet.